Please be seated, everybody.
Is that your camera? All right. You're going to do that again?
So it's welcome, everybody. It's my very great pleasure to start off the morning of this 2018 Baccalaureate ceremony by introducing Mr. George Beaubien. George is an alumnus of Stanstead class of 1968, and he has been the president of our Alumni Association, the chairman of our board of directors, and he is currently the president of our Council of Trustees. George has been a tireless champion, supporter, and leader of our school for over 50 years. George, it's good to have you back on your home turf. Welcome.
So many happy faces. Let me take a picture. Especially the teachers in front, your best glare, if you would. Okay, got it. So they say that a picture's worth 1,000 words. I figure it just saved us 20 minutes. I'm representing Mr. Jonathan Cowan, our chairman of the board, who couldn't be here with us today. And I'd like to start by congratulating all the graduates. Félicitations à tous les gradués. I hope you had a good time last night. We certainly did. And I'm sure you're looking forward to the rest of the day. So we're going to get along with things just along as quickly as possible. I'd like to start off by thanking those people who made this day possible for the graduates and the undergrads. The people sitting in the rows here, the teachers who worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 285 days a year. And without them, let's face it, let's be honest, you wouldn't be here. So I'd like to have a hand of applause for the teachers. There's another group that deserves a hand also, and that's your parents. Parents put up with the fact that you're going to be gone for 9 months of the year. They miss you just as much as anybody else can. They finance it, they pay for it, emotionally they're drained, and today's their best day. Today is their reward also. And so I'd like to have a hand for the parents. The school is run and administered by a group of 100 trustees or so, and 15 directors. They work, again, in fact, we charge them to work, if you can believe that. That money goes to the scholarship and bursary plan, and so without them, there would be no school. So I'd like to have a hand for the Board of Trustees and Directors. I'd like them to stand up, wherever you are. Do I have trustees? Go ahead, stand up. I have a trustee in particular that I don't see, Philip, but I'll say it anyway. I've been working with a gentleman called Philip Webster for 52 years. And Philip was, if you will, the person who went before us and who set the standards for serving the college and giving us an example. Philip has served at every capacity on every board. So when you think of all the committees, we have about 12 committees. He's sat on every committee. He's chaired every committee. He's a past chairman. He's a past president of the trustees. And now he manages the Red and White Foundation. Briefly put, the Red and White Foundation is the funds that are administered by the school that provide you guys with scholarship and bursary money. Philip, in the last 7 years, has managed to more than double that, and over that period of time has paid several $1 million to your scholarship and bursary plan. So if Philip is here, I'd like them to stand. If not, regardless, a big hand of applause for Philip. He promised to be here, so he might be late. There are two other individuals on the W team. You know what the W team is? Wells and Wolf. It's a law firm. I know that Mike has got something planned, so I won't say much more than to thank Chris Wells for 20 years of service. And without him, I know that it would make Mike's job a lot tougher, and we know that Mike has to travel a lot. So Chris, congratulations, and thank you very much. I was joking with him that he did 10 to 20, and I said it sounds more like a prison sentence. Finally, and not least, is Mr. Wolf. Oh, yes, you're going to get it now. Who's coaching me as I'm speaking to you, if you can believe it. Yeah. He has been outstanding. He's been headmaster now, how many years? 15 years. Before that, he was here for 3 years. He served 5 years on the board. And every year is a revelation. And I'll tell you just a quick story about how he was hired. When the previous headmaster left, the school's heredity was to hire someone who's an academic, and we thought that that was a good idea, but a number of the board members thought it'd be a good idea to have a businessman. And Mike was there, but he was not. He was just serving on the board and at the administration level. So a number of us got into a discussion, and we suggested that he at least have a try. You know, maybe he doesn't have to have it all year, but give him a shot. So the chairman of the board said, "Okay, that's a good idea. We'll let him do that." Let it say that he didn't even have to wait till Christmas to be confirmed for the next 15 years. So thank you very much to Mike Wolf. I know how much you all appreciate him. I spoke to the graduating class yesterday and I gave most of my comments. I just want to remind you, come back. You're now part of the alumni. This place is in your blood. We want to see you at the homecoming. We want to see you at reunions. We want to see you at cocktails. And every chance you get, come back and visit your old school. I hope that some of you would consider teaching here. Some of you might decide to serve on the Board of Trustees or the Board of Governors. There's all sorts of ways to pay back the school for the education that you've gotten. So thank you very much, and I hope to see your lovely faces around for the next 50 years.
Since I'm the selfie taker, I would like to take a selfie too. So.
Smile.
On behalf of the graduating class of 2018, I say welcome and thank you for celebrating this special day with me. Dear Stanstead, first things first, thank you for saying yes to me 4 years ago. All my Stanstead life started with your simple answer. I have a favorite quote from Miss Hess that she said during the rugby season. Every piece of the puzzle is important, and it does not create a picture without every single piece. So today, I want to share my pieces of my puzzle that I found at Stanstead College to create a picture of my experience here. My first year in grade 9, I remember wearing a new school uniform that was a little bit big for me. Every day, going to ESL class with Yaming, Guyama, Mike, and Selena. As an international student, I could not speak English very well when I stepped into this school for the first year. It was easy for me to stay in my room and talk with my friends back home, but it wasn't easy going outside and spend time with people who spoke different languages. But I also wanted to have fun with new people and place where myself in environment where I could learn new culture and language that I've never experienced before. So I decided to join junior girls soccer team. I wasn't the best player. I wasn't a funny person. on the team, but I was part of the team where I can use my body to communicate with others. So this way, it was easier for me to reach up to the others, and it also gave me an opportunity to meet new people. And during the soccer season, I met a girl who played exactly the same sports each term that I did. First, I was scared of her, but she have given me confidence, and I feel comfortable when she's on the same field or court with me. Sorry, I cried enough already, but. So, thank you to Chloe Van Dyke for fighting through many obstacles with me for the last 12 seasons together. Joining the soccer team made me realize the importance of taking action, even if it is a simple step. That was the first piece of my puzzle that I found, action. Nothing happened until I make a move. Since then, I work hard to improve my English, and halfway through my grade 10 year, I finally moved up and become a regular student like everybody else. Before going into grade 11, I had a chance to apply to become a prefect. I wasn't sure if I would become a great prefect, but again, it reminded myself of the importance of taking action, challenge something new. Now, as a prefect, I have been through some difficulties, but I love being part of this community, and then thank you to all the prefects for working with me this year. And for graduating prefect, don't forget your kindness and helpfulness, because there will be more people out there that might need your help. From my grade 11 year, my best memory is winning the Baccalaureate tournament for the first time as Stanstead history. It wasn't easy, it was frustrating, but it was the most exciting moment of my life, and I was proud of my teammate and also myself. Talking about sports, you may realize that sports has been a big part of my life at Stanstead. From joining the junior soccer team, I play basketball and rugby. To be honest, I was scared and worried about playing these sports with people who are way taller and bigger than me, especially in rugby. But in the end, I loved it so much. I don't just love playing these sports. I love being a part of the big team, where all the players work together and support each other to achieve the same goal. The feeling of when we are lifting each other up. Winning the game would not happen without each player's and coach's support. So I want to say thank you to all the teammates and coaches who gave me the opportunities to be on the team and then give your best support. This is when I found the second piece of my puzzle, support. And I already mentioned some of this piece, but my last piece is family. You guys are my family. It doesn't matter how close you are with me. Every single person at Stanstead College is part of me and I created 4 years of bright and wonderful memories. Thank you to Mrs. Wolf for being my mom at Stanstead. Thank you to Florence for being an incredible roommate and my best friend. Thank you to Dixon and Saku for your kindness and your tutoring. Thank you to Alex, Gran, and Jessica and Sita for growing up with me from the beginning till now. Thank you to everyone who cared about me and supported me. And lastly, I want to say big thank you to my parents who supported me wherever I am and give me this amazing opportunity in my life. As we're graduating, none of us know what is waiting for us next year. But don't forget that you have friends, teammates, and teachers who share a moment to love, and moments they lift you up and you lift them up. We will have to go on our ways, but remember that you will forever have your own individual puzzle pieces that you can carry with you forever. I know I will. With all my piece of puzzle, the final picture that it makes is every student, teammates, friends, and family surrounded in the heart, center of the campus, with nothing but smile and love. To graduating class of 2018, I wish you all the best, and I love you guys all. Stanstead, thank you so much. From Rina.
Nearly everyone has dreams. Whether you dream of being a pilot or curing cancer, all of you graduating today aspire to do something great with your lives. Of course, the path will not be easy, and there will be hurdles to climb, but it is important not to lose sight of that end goal. Let's flash back to my 8th grade year quickly. I'm sitting in assembly one morning, and Mr. Wolf is handing out prefect pins for the school year. At the end of this, he announces head prefects, one of which was my sister Emily, or as many of you know her, Miss Norris. I was so proud and happy for her as she walked up and shook Mr. Wolf's hand, and in the back of my mind I'm thinking, wow, that's awesome. Someday I want to be just like her. Right then and there, I set a goal for myself and did the best to pursue it for the next 4 years, and, well, here I am now talking to all of you. All of us graduating here today have the drive and the capability to do something great with our lives if we simply set our minds to it and make an effort. I'm not standing here saying it'll be easy, because it won't, but keep pushing and don't give up on that end goal. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times, but he kept going. TV execs fired Oprah saying she was unfit for TV, but she kept going. You are all capable of doing great things, but you must climb mountains, and there is no such thing as a smooth mountain. There will be walls to climb over. However, if you persevere, you will be able to scale that wall. Steven Spielberg is one of the greatest directors of all time, and Oprah hosted one of the most popular talk shows for over 30 years. Every one of you sitting amongst me today is more than capable of doing the same if you keep going and don't give up. Each and every one of us is lucky to be here and lucky to have the resources that we have and take for granted daily. Every year, 2 million people die of dehydration while we're sitting here talking about whether the glass is half full or half empty. There's water in the cup. All of this to say, make the most of this opportunity that's been handed to you. Each and every one of us has been given the gift of wealth as well as education. Go out and enjoy it. Make new memories and make sure that one day the guest speaker up here speaking will be one of you telling your success stories. Make the most of the gift that is life. Go out there and enjoy it. Make all of these people around you proud of what you've been able to accomplish. Make the next generation look up to you, as I did my sister, and say, one day, I want to be just like them. I'll leave you with a quotation from Norman Vincent Peale. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars.
I'm pleased to be presenting the Young Alumni Award today. We award this to an alumnus of the school who is under 30 and who has demonstrated loyalty and support to Stanstead College with their above and beyond efforts. This year's recipient is the youngest alumni to receive this award. In fact, she only became an alumna 15 hours ago when we gave her the Stanstead College alumna pin at last night's grad dinner. We are recognizing this recipient for her enthusiastic work on the property committee this year, providing thoughtful student insight during the lengthy planning stage of our new residence. Her refreshing student perspective was invaluable to us, and we're confident we've got a great design because of it. She's also volunteered to be one of 4 class representatives and has already started a Facebook group, so I don't anticipate that we're going to be losing touch with the class of 2018. I cannot think of a more worthy young alumna than Jessica Lozano Schmidt. Congratulations. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Claudia Hess. When we think of Stanstead College, we often think of our international component, and Claudia represents that in one person, with her German, Mexican, Canadian heritage. Moreover, she is someone who captures the spirit of our community in that she has kept Stanstead College close to her heart and has been an active alumna, joining the school's Council of Trustees in 2016. Claudia was born in Mexico City, and she graduated from Stanstead College in 1983. She attended the University of Ottawa for 2 years, transferring to McGill, where she earned her Bachelor of Arts in Humanistic Studies. This is also where Claudia started her career in the leather industry, where she continues to work as a director and partner in Jasmine and Lindsay International. Her business takes her around the globe, both for sourcing and marketing. Happily married, with a daughter who's here with us today, the family enjoys a very active lifestyle involving snowboarding, tennis, cycling, running. Claudia has also been passionately involved for many years in Andy Collins for Kids, which benefits the Montreal Children's Hospital. In my role at Stanstead College, I've always been able to count on Claudia. Who else would take on organizing a major homecoming reunion for her classmates this September? We're expecting a very big crowd from the 1980s, many of whom haven't been back on campus for 35 years, and they're coming from around the globe. Not only is Claudia direct, funny, accomplished at whatever she puts her mind to, she has an enormous heart. With her this weekend is her special friend Tracy Ems, also class of '83, who she calls her sister. It is this combination of candor, heart that have brought personal, professional, and civic success to Claudia. We are honored to have her speak with us today. Please join me in welcoming Claudia Hess.
I want to get a selfie too. Well, not a selfie, but here we go. Smile. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Thank you, Leanne. Buenos días. Guten Morgen. Ni hao. Konnichiwa. Bonjour. Good morning, Headmaster Wolf, students, faculty, parents, friends, the graduating class of 2018. This is very hard. I'm very emotional. Please forgive me. When Mr. Wolf called and asked if I would consider speaking with you all today, I choked. I had my beautiful daughter, Gabrielle, sitting in the car with me. I couldn't say no right off the bat because I have to set a good example. So I told Mr. Wolf I would think it over and get back to him in a few days. After witnessing my 13-year-old daughter passionately address her school a few weeks ago, I knew I had no choice in the matter. She set the example and inspired me to get up and speak with you guys today. Let me start by introducing you to one of my favorite buzz slogans. The 7 Ps. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance. If you're counting, you will note that there's only 6 Ps. I will get to the 7th in a moment. I was born and raised in Mexico City. My father is Mexican of German descent, and my mother is Canadian, born and raised in Montreal. My parents divorced in the mid-70s, and my mother moved back to Canada with my 2 sisters and I in tow. My sister Nicole and I came to Stanstead in 1980, and though I didn't know it then, that is when the most formative adventure of my life began. When I walked onto this beautiful campus, I didn't know what to think. It was sink or swim. There were 107 boys and 50 girls. Pretty good ratio. It was the second year of girls back at the school after Stanstead being an only boys' school for 20 years. With the help of various teachers and the friendships made with other students that were as scared as I was, I started to swim. I didn't know it at the time, but what was driving me was that 7th P, passion. Looking back, I can say that the people who affected me the most were the most passionate about their role here at Stanstead. Mr. Walker, Mr. Boyd, Mr. Phillip, Mr. Gallant, Mr. Denny. All of these people were passionate about everything they did. Their teaching, their coaching, their advising. And as passion is contagious, it is the best infection I ever received. I wasn't the best student, the most gifted athlete, or the most outgoing socialite, but I wanted to learn and I asked questions. I became very competitive in my sports. I was driven by a passion to do better. Stanstead was the root cause of my future success, and if I didn't know it then, I absolutely do now. Passion is sometimes called other things: determination, pig-headedness, defiance, look out for number one, my way or the highway. Call it what you want, but the bottom line is simple. It is plain, unbridled passion. With the wisdom of age, something called maturity sets in. My work takes me to many places around the world, and as such, I get to meet many types of people. An important lesson I can give you is this: before asking anyone to do a job, know how to do it yourself. If you want somebody to sweep the floor, know how to sweep the floor. If you want someone to go out and sell, learn how to sell before expecting someone else to do it. The best boss is the person who knows and who has done the task that you are expecting them to do. The best boss is the one who has eaten, breathed, and lived what you are expecting them to do. Time and time again, I meet with production people who have never stepped foot onto a factory floor, yet expect things to run tickety-boom. Life is not like that. Get dirty, sweep the floor. I'm in the leather industry. I love my work. I am passionate about my products and the relationships I have built over the years with my customers and with my suppliers. But it has not been an easy road. I began working in the field in 1985 while completing my studies at McGill. I started as an executive assistant, aka secretary, customer service rep, for a Montreal-based leather distribution company. About 6 months into the job, I met with my bosses, both males, brothers, and I told them that I didn't want to be an executive assistant anymore, but I wanted to go out on the road, I wanted to sell leather, I wanted to meet customers. They informed me that women don't sell leather. It became my mission to show them otherwise, and again, that determination, or if you will, passion, took over. Today, I'm 50% partner in a small, profitable leather distribution business with one of the gentlemen who 33 years ago told me that women don't sell leather. Maybe the 7 Ps can or should be modified to read like this: proper, passionate planning prevents piss-poor performance. Many of you are graduating today and heading to new lives. Most of you on to university. Thanks to your teachers and advisors, you have been thinking about and planning for this moment for some time. Every course selection, every club option has helped you prepare. But there's more. Just by being here at Stanstead College, you, and especially your parents, have set you up for success beyond careers, and that is success of having friendships. Many studies have shown how friendships are critically important to every aspect of our lives, especially as we age and change our work and social lives. Some studies actually claim that friendship is the single most important factor in determining a person's happiness. Most people that haven't experienced boarding school don't get it. The bonds that are created are unlike any others. Look around you and remember these words. The folks that you are sitting with today will more than likely be your closest friends in the next 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. My best friend, Tracy Ems, who I met at Stanstead in 1980, is here with us today. Don't cry, Trace. We have lived through our first love, heartbreak, study hall, detentions, squash tournaments, soccer matches, graduation dances, baccalaureates. We have cried, we have laughed, we've been bridesmaids at each other's weddings, we've raised kids, and we've had an unbelievable time together. I was in the delivery room for the birth of her firstborn, my godchild, Katrina. All thanks to Stanstead. And because of social media, these connections are easier to maintain. 75% of my Facebook friends all have a Stanstead connection. As you leave Stanstead today, make a point of grabbing the hand of those special teachers and coaches that made you better. Heck, forget the hand. Hug them when you thank them, and know that it's okay to cry. Passion is as much about tears as it is about smiles. And to those special friends that you made here, promise them that they're way more than Facebook friends. Tell them that they are forever friends, and yes, it's okay to cry. Congratulations to you all. Thank you.
morning and welcome, everybody. Special welcome to our graduates and to the parents of our student, many of whom have come from very far away to be with us today. We're happy to have you here with us. And I want to say a special thank you to my good friend, Uncle Jim, and Mr. Joe. Thank you for a great week in China. You guys very much appreciate it. So there's a long-standing and important tradition at Baccalaureate which spans the almost 150-year history of Stanstead College. And that tradition is to have an old guy with his best years behind him and who, over the course of his life, has made innumerable errors, that would be me, give sincere but long-winded advice to a group of bright, energetic young people who have the best years of their lives ahead of them, and that would be you. So I'd planned to stick with that tradition, but today I'm going to make an exception, and I'll give you more on that shortly. First, I'd like to thank everybody who performed in our talent show last night, our MCs, Olivier and Alexi, and Mr. Murray, who always puts together a fabulous slideshow to cap off the night. Thank you. And a big thank you to our grade 10 music class under the direction of Mr. Eric Grenier for their performance today. Way to lay down that beat, Maxie. And if I could get our soloists, Luke, Oscar, and Tyler to stand up and take a bow. Special thanks to George Beaubien. George, I appreciate your kind words. I asked you not to say them. As usual, you didn't listen to me, but thank you anyway. And a special thank you to our guest of honor, speaker, alumna, and board member Claudia Hess for her wonderful speech this morning. It's always great to hear from someone who went through the Stanstead College experience, who sat here in the same church as you are today. The difference is that when Claudia was a student here, we didn't have alums as guest speakers. We brought in politicians and that sort of thing, and at her baccalaureate, she sat through a much longer speech on a much harder day, and she knows exactly what it's like to have to sit there, so be sure to thank her for her incredibly genuine, sincere, compelling, and concise speech. We're very grateful, Claudia. Thank you very much. So we have some faculty members who are leaving us, and I'd like to thank them for their good work. First of all, Ms. Hamilton will be on maternity leave this fall, but we're hoping she'll be back in time to run Survivor at some point next year. And it's also her birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, Ms. Hamilton. I can't remember, I actually remembered that. Usually I forget you, but anyway. Mr. Pierre Croteau, who taught economics in our humanities department, is leaving, as is Miss Jennifer Mahler, one of our nurses in the healthcare center who took good care of you all year, as is the always enthusiastic Ms. Natasha Mazdasi in our math sciences department, and we thank them very much for everything that they've done. I also want to thank Ms. Katie Lowry, the director of Webster House, who did such good work in looking after our senior girls. It's toughest job on campus is to be a house director, and she did that admirably over the past few years, and we know we'll see her around, but we thank her very much as well. And finally, to Mr. Pat Beaupre. In our math science department, he of outdoor pursuit, cross-country skiing, and fishing club fame. Wow. Mr. Beaupre, we are really going to miss you, but we wish you the best, and we hope you will be back often. Thanks for your time and care, and if you could all stand up and take a bow, that would be great. Thank you. All right. I meant the departing faculty. I really meant the departing departing faculty if you could stand up, but anyway. You guys have been listening to George. I also want to congratulate my friend and colleague, Mr. Chris Wells, who, as George mentioned, is celebrating his 20th anniversary at Stanstead College. Chris is sort of following along your speech, Claudia, with the P's, principled and pragmatic problem solver, and we truly appreciate his tremendous leadership over the past couple of decades. So even though you have a cold, Chris, please accept this plaque and give me a hug. And the last thank you is to our two head prefects, Rina and Will Huckins. Now, they had a very tough act to live up to, following in the footsteps of Kayla Willett and Thomas Abbott, our outstanding head prefects of last year, but they more than met that challenge. Neither Will nor Rina seek a lot of attention or credit. They simply do what needs to be done quickly, quietly, and competently, and then they move on to the next task. Now, Will might not talk a lot, but he is very loud in terms of action. He's dedicated, diligent, and always there when you need him. And Rina might be small in stature, but if you underestimate her, you do so at your own peril. She is huge in heart, commitment, and courage. And we thank both of you, and we're going to miss you very, very much. We'd like to present you with a small gift, one of which is a jacket which Claudia's company makes. Now, Rina, you already have one, but Will, we want to give you this jacket. And Rina, you already have a jacket, but we have a leather product for you, so please accept this jacket. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'd planned to follow the baccalaureate tradition, but I decided that it would be a lot better, more interesting, and much shorter if you were to hear from someone much younger and wiser than me, who has lived through what many of you as parents have lived through. 3 years ago, I received a letter from this person, then a first-time boarding mom, shortly after she had dropped off her daughter, who's beginning grade 10 at the time, and who is graduating today. The title of the letter was, "And Suddenly She Was Gone." And I thought it did a perfect job of capturing the essence of what it's like to be a new Stanstead parent. So much so that I read that letter to all of our new parents when they arrive on campus in September. And I don't want to read it in its entirety, but here's a little sample. She said, "Well, I guess you're doing a great job in keeping the kids busy, entertained, and under control. My daughter even said that she doesn't have any signs of homesickness. Hello? None? How does that make me feel?" It's hard when somebody takes over your child, and being far away doesn't help. We have to have complete and utter confidence in you and our child, that things are in order and well, not easy. I figured out that I'm actually jobless as a previous expat full-time mom. How does one prepare for that? I think the ones who need some moral support here are the parents, me. I'd like to invite the letter's author, Andrea Schmidt, a member of our Council of Trustees, and the mother of graduate Jessica Lozano Schmidt, to the podium, please.
Thank you for the nice introduction, Mr. Wolf. Keeping the habit of Claudia and Rina, I brought my tissue, just in case. An official good morning to the Board of Directors, the Headmaster, Stanstead staff, graduates and their families, and all other distinguished members of this community. Like Mr. Wolf said, a little over 3 years ago, we were driving down to Stanstead for the very first time. My GPS had indicated 176.3 kilometers and a 1 hour, 45 minutes drive from Montreal Airport. Well, bridge construction had made the trip longer, and when a town with the name of Magog came near and the nature changed with big boulders on the right, more and more woods on both sides, and hardly any other cars on the highway, I was wondering who came up with the idea of building an international boarding school so far away from Montreal. And why? Once we arrived and walked into the school, we were immediately greeted by what turned out to be my daughter Jessica's surrogate family. The homely feeling convinced us, and we felt that Stanstead College could be our much-searched-for solution. I know we've all sent our kids here for different reasons. For some, it was having a boarding school experience. For others, mastering English, and I'm sure there are many other explanations. For us, it was finding school stability, which Jessica hadn't had due to my husband's job as an executive hotelier, because we had to change cities or countries every 2 to 3 years. So for our family, the idea was to try the school option for 3 months. Well, as many of you know, those 3 months quickly turned into 1 year, then 2, and finally 3. Letting your child go to boarding school outside of the country you live in is not for the faint at heart, neither for the child, nor for the parents. As a parent, you must have a lot of faith in your child that she will develop into the person she's supposed to be. Faith in yourself that you can let go because now she will be really out of your physical control in her teenage years. Faith in the teachers, staff, and the town to take care of her, to treat her with dignity, respect, and love. It was clear from the very beginning that Stanstead College was a family affair. We were surprised to hear that teachers volunteered their time out of class for clubs, sports, field trips, and tutoring, among others, and that some teachers and house moms lived on campus with their families. We realized that Stanstead College included important behind-the-scene family members like housekeeping, maintenance, kitchen and nursing staff, TODs, a doctor, and drivers who made this big household manageable. Students here seem not to be merely students. They're the biggest part of this family. I calculated they make up 78% and come from all over the world. They are like adopted sons and daughters to many, like sisters and brothers to others, and friends to all. They form bonds quickly, and due to Stanstead College being an integrated school, they get to know everybody. Education in this college is based on family values, and it also focuses on global views, respect for people and the environment, and it reflects today's global values in a very interconnected society. The students here can get as much involved as they want to. But Jessica participated in more than 11 clubs, different service projects and committees, even the property committee this year, 7 sports, Phelps Help, and many more. She's been a prefect for 2 years, and until this day, Jessie, I don't know how you managed to squeeze, stop crying, so many different activities into your already busy school and study schedule, while at the same time getting excellent grades and even being on the headmaster's and chairman's list on several occasions. I'm sure students here will continue being part of Stanstead College when they are alumni, like Claudia, for example, that the doors will always be open for them and that the graduates will always find a welcoming nest here. I could mention many names of people who throughout the last 3 years have helped us bridge the physical gap between the countries we lived in and Canada. But in order not to miss any important key personalities, I would just like to say that I know that you know who you are, because you are representing Stanstead vision and mission of Sanitas Sapientia Intellectio. So, last Monday, I took the last flight to Montreal. and drove down here. As you are aware, bridge construction is still going on. And it's like a déjà vu when I saw the boulders, the woods, and fewer cars the closer I came to Stanstead. Seemed like nothing had changed. But contrary to my trip 3 years ago, today I know why Stanstead College is located where it is. It's to take care of our most valuable assets in a suitable environment. It's just a perfect place. In a global way, I would proudly like to say thank you. Merci beaucoup, muchas gracias, vielen Dank, Shishe, for making us part of your family.
Thank you, Andrea. It's not easy to let our children go, but we have to do so that they can find their own path. Yesterday, Helen Yao wrote to me about an ancient Chinese proverb, and it goes, I think, like this: Shi Nian Shu Mu, Bai Nian Shu Ren. It takes 10 years to watch a tree grow. It takes 100 years to watch people grow. Now, when your child comes to Stanstead, they grow a great deal, but we as parents also have to learn how to become a different type of parent and also a different type of family. We have to come to terms with the patience that's needed to allow the growth in our children to happen. It's not easy. And just as it's not easy to be a Stanstead parent, nor is it easy to be a Stanstead College student. We ask a tremendous amount from you, more than almost any other school that I know of. And there are no shortcuts or magic formulas. You've completed a long and difficult journey, graduates. That is a testament to your strength and resilience and to that of your parents and families. We're happy that you've all made it. You're now ready to go and face new challenges, ask new questions, and solve new problems. But before you do, keep in mind what Olivier Fauché said at the last Assembly of the Year. You did a great job, Fauché. Home is not about buildings, it's about people. Home is the people you love as family and friends. And the friends you have here at Stanstead College are more than just friends, they're brothers and sisters. This place will always be your home. The people here will always be your family, and you'll always be welcome here. We're all so proud of you, and we love you very much. Good luck to all of you. Thank you. So we're going to move to the awarding of the diplomas, and we'll begin by recognizing outstanding academic achievements in grade 7, 8, and 9. The first awards are the certificates of academic achievement, and there are 3 categories here. The first is academic awards. The second is with distinction for students who have qualified for our honor roll. They have a final academic average in all subjects between 80 and 84.9%. And academic achievement with great distinction. This is for students who have qualified for the Heads list with an overall average of 85% and above. And Mr. Jacques Courtemanche is going to take photos, so you don't need to panic. There'll be a photo available for everybody. I'd like to start with grade 7, and our presenter will be Mr. Jean-Jacques Prévost, the head of our languages department. I'm going to call you up in small groups. For academic achievement with great distinction, the recipient of the French Prize and the History Prize, Gustavo Armandiaz. We're going to do this in groups of 3, so you should hold your applause, I think. Otherwise, we could be here for a very long time. For academic achievement with great distinction, the recipient of the Geography Prize, the Science and Technology Prize, and the Mathematics Prize, Justin Bouchard, and for academic achievement with great distinction and the recipient of the Music Prize, Christine Breton. For academic achievement with distinction, Maria Teresa Calva. For academic achievement with distinction and the recipient of the English Prize, Elizabeth Godbout. And for academic achievement with great distinction, Dominic Pokora. For academic achievement with great distinction and the recipient of the Art and Francais Prizes, Simon Ruff. For academic achievement with distinction, Kieran Templeman. Moving on to grade 8, our presenter will be Mr. Matthew Thompson, the head of our Humanities Department. For academic achievement with distinction, Logan Bayas. For academic achievement with great distinction, Yu Hong Gao. For academic achievement with distinction, Carmila Garcia de Leon Flores. For academic achievement with great distinction and the recipient of the prize for Francais, Lorelei Grenier. For academic achievement with distinction, Matthew Liddell Granger. For academic achievement with distinction, Crystal Lynn. And for academic achievement with great distinction, Emanuela Udo. For academic achievement with incredibly great distinction, the recipient of the Art Prize, French Prize, Geography Prize, Music Prize, History Prize, Mathematics Prize, Science and Technology Prize, and English Prize. That's every subject she took. I don't think I've ever seen that. Every subject she took, she finished with the highest grade, Cynthia Zhang. Cynthia Hen Hao. Now to grade 9, our presenter will be Ms. Lisa Smith, the head of our Math Science Department. For academic achievement with distinction, Mariama Berry. For academic achievement with great distinction, the recipient of the Junior School's Most Improved Student in French and the winner of the Science Prize, Andrew Bim. For academic achievement with great distinction, Simon Couture. And for academic achievement with distinction, Alexi Daniel. So if you hear me call your name, you should start making your way up as soon as your name is called, please. For academic achievement with distinction, Ana Sofia Navarro. For academic achievement with great distinction, Fritz Dietrich. For academic achievement with great distinction and the recipient of the Art Prize, Sophia Farfan. For academic achievement with great distinction, Laurence Frenet. For academic achievement with distinction, Cole Huckins. For academic achievement with distinction, Justin Laforce. And for academic achievement with distinction, Naomi Lin. For academic achievement with great distinction, Jaden Mullins. For academic achievement with distinction, Esteban Navarro. For academic achievement with distinction and the recipient of the Grade 9 Music Prize, Richard Pan. For academic achievement with great distinction, the recipient of the Grade 9 prizes in Technology, Francais, English, and History, Marianne Picard. For academic achievement with great distinction, Nicola Pocora. For academic achievement with great distinction, Victoria Ruff. For academic achievement with distinction, Carlos Santoscoy. Mr. Wells, is Carlos heading down to see Renee right after? For academic achievement with great distinction, the recipient of the Grade 9 Math Prize, Shushu. For academic achievement with distinction, Samuel Smith. For academic achievement with distinction, Josh Tremblay. For academic achievement with great distinction and the recipient of the Grade 9 French Prize, Alicia Wong. For academic achievement with distinction, Michael Wu. And for academic achievement with great distinction, Ryan Young. Mr. Andrew Blair, who is our Director of Academics, will be the presenter for the Grade 10 prizes. For academic achievement with great distinction, I'm going to call you up in groups of 5. Academic achievement with great distinction, Lucien Botton. For academic achievement with great distinction, Andrew Bouchard. For academic achievement with great distinction, he is the winner of the Grade 10 English, Physics, History, Math, Drama, and Chemistry prizes, Matthew Campbell. For academic achievement with great distinction, Catherine Foulem. And for academic achievement with distinction, Rosalie Gadour-Giroux. For academic achievement with great distinction, Jeremy Gagnon. For academic achievement with great distinction and the recipient of the prize in Francais, Jean Gervais. For academic achievement with great distinction, Oscar Haas. For academic achievement with great distinction, Ivy Hu. And for academic achievement with distinction, Matthew Johnson. For academic achievement with distinction, Karen Kosugi. For academic achievement with distinction and the winner of the Grade 10 Music Prize, Lynn Lee. For academic achievement with distinction and the winner of the Grade 10 Art Prize, Thomas Liao. And for academic achievement with great distinction and the winner of the Grade 10 French Prize, Roy Liu. For academic achievement with distinction, Audrey Morin. For academic achievement with distinction, Melianne Reynolds. For academic achievement with distinction, Jasmine Richter. And for academic achievement with great distinction, Charlotte Riddell. For academic achievement with distinction, Nick Rayom. For academic achievement with great distinction, Ellie Son. For academic achievement with great distinction, Helen Samudo. Moving on to grade 11, George Beaubien will be our presenter, and these students have been enrolled in the grade 11 secondary 5 academic program this year. They will qualify for a Quebec Secondary School Leaving Certificate and or the Stanstead College grade 11 diploma. And the Stanstead diploma goes beyond the provincial requirements, reflecting good standing in 7 500 level courses. There are a lot of people. I'm going to call you up in groups of 5, and again, please, when you hear your name, start making your way to the front. The first group, Andrew Amus, Allison Barlow for academic achievement with great distinction, Alexis Bernier for academic achievement with great distinction, Kim Lee Botton and David Breton for academic achievement with great distinction. The next group, starting with Peter Kai, Marisol Calva, Alexander Campbell for academic achievement with great distinction. The winner of the grade 11 art prize is Bethany Campbell and Francesco Carbone. We'll start our next group with James Chadwick. Audrey Choi for academic achievement with great distinction, and Audrey is also the winner of the grade 11 Contemporary World Prize. Olivier Daniel receives academic achievement with great distinction and is the winner of the grade 11 Chemistry Prize. For academic achievement with great distinction, Quentin Dassault Bietran. And for academic achievement with distinction, Amanda DeGrasse. For academic achievement with distinction, Mackenzie Diaz-Leclerc. Matthew Duval Soto. For academic achievement with distinction, Lucas Etienne. For academic achievement with great distinction, Samuel Feldman. And for academic achievement with distinction, Caleb Goudreau. For academic achievement with great distinction, Maya Goudreau. Alexi Gay. Mario Guerrero. For academic achievement with great distinction, Amanda Guo. And for academic achievement with distinction, Henry Haas. We'll start our next group with Richard Hall, Aaron Hinch, Vincent Iluzzi for academic achievement with distinction, and for academic achievement with great distinction, Hannah Johnson. Our next group of 5 starts with Gregory Kehoe, Moteo Coquetzo for academic achievement with distinction, for academic achievement with great distinction, and the winner of the Grade 11 prize for Francais, Rosemarie Ladesseur, Anthony La Liberté, and Gregory Lapointe. For our next group, we will begin with Sean La Rochelle, Isabelle Lebrun, Martin Lefebvre for academic achievement with distinction, Camille Longchamp for academic achievement with distinction, and Alyssa McPherson. For academic achievement with great distinction, Philippe Martel. For academic achievement with distinction, Brendan McCarthy. For academic achievement with great distinction, Julia McClellan. Abigail Murray and Neelin Gwen for academic achievement with great distinction, and Dana's the recipient of the French Prize and the Biology Prize for grade 11. For academic achievement with great distinction, the recipient of the History and Music Prizes in grade 11, Von Hong Pham. For academic achievement with distinction, Elena Porter Galindo. Joseph Poulin. For academic achievement with distinction, Jesse Sallow. For academic achievement with great distinction, Thomas Scarfone. For academic achievement with distinction, Dahlia Sirhan. Alexandra Smith. Timothy Smith for academic achievement with distinction. Mackenzie St. Pierre for academic achievement with distinction. And Patricio Tomeo. The second last group in grade 11 will begin with Tamara Thierus. For academic achievement with distinction, Vincent Viau. For academic achievement with great distinction, Tyler Vosenek. For academic achievement with great distinction, Eric Wong. And for academic achievement with great distinction, the winner of the Grade 11 Mathematics Prize and Physics Prize, Emily Willis. For academic achievement with great distinction, Samuel Willits. For academic achievement with distinction, Michael Xiang. Lily Xiao. For academic achievement with great distinction, the recipient of the Grade 11 English and Economics Prizes, Patrick Young. Thank you, Ms. Hessian. For academic achievement with great distinction, Nurkan Jalobai and Toby Shang. No, you're up next. I'll just do these. No, don't go now. Yeah. That was the biggest grade 11 class I think we have ever had. Moving on to grade 12, the Stanstead College grade 12 program is a year that focuses on university preparation and personal development. And to earn the grade 12 diploma, a student has to pass 6 courses, including English and math. And our grade 12 students are required to participate in athletics during each of the 3 terms, as well as clubs, activities, and residential life. Several of the grade 12 courses that are offered are AP, Advanced Placement, which are recognized by most universities as the equivalent of a first-year university credit. This May, we had 85 students in grade 11, and 12 participated and wrote a total of 175 AP exams in 12 different subjects. I got to read that again. 85 students in grades 11 and 12 who wrote a total of 175 AP exams in 12 different subjects. So based on their academic standing, predicted AP scores, and the number of exams written, number of our students will have the opportunity to receive merit awards based on the results of their AP exams, and those results are not going to be available until July, but I would like to recognize those students who we feel have qualified for the National Advanced Placement Scholar standing. This is granted to students in Canada who receive an average score of at least 4 on all AP exams taken, and scores of 4 or higher on 5 or more of these exams. I won't call you up to the front, but I will call your names. Alexander Bim, Bill Huang, Paul Teng, Amy Wu, and Max Verster. Congratulations. And we also have an AP International Diploma recipient, which is granted to a student who displays exceptional achievement across a variety of disciplines, and that student is Max Verster. Now this year we had 54 students in grade 12, and our graduates received offers from a number of post-secondary institutions, including 30 in Canada, 23 in the United States, and 7 International. In September of this year, the class of 2018 will be studying 36 different majors in 5 Canadian provinces, 5 U.S. states, and 5 different countries around the world. This year's most popular major was biology, with 12 students studying in biological and biomedical related fields. Now, the majors range from ceramic arts to architectural engineering, East Asian studies to biomedical science, and commerce to screenwriting. This year's most popular school, Mr. Beaubien, is McGill University, with 7 students attending this fall. 30% of the graduating class accepted offers from Ontario, 30% accepted offers from Quebec universities, 20% accepted offers from the United States, 5 students accepted offers from maritime universities, 1 from the University of British Columbia, and 4 will be studying internationally in London, Mexico, the Netherlands, and Sweden. And to date, the scholarship dollars offered to the members of the class of 2018 is over $2 million. So our guest speaker, Claudia Hess, will present. And thanks to Jessica Lozano, I'm not going to call you up in groups of 5. Dakota Albino will be studying at Arizona State University in business. Sebastian Aparicio will be studying at the Universidad Anahuac Mayab in graphic design. For academic achievement with distinction, she will be studying liberal arts at McGill University, Florence Aubé. For academic achievement with distinction, he is headed to study business at the University of Ottawa, Mohammed Berry. For academic achievement with great distinction, the winner of the grade 12 English, Biology, Chemistry, and Math Prize, Alexander Bim, who is headed to study arts and science at Harvard University. This was the toughest year in the history of Harvard to gain acceptance. Congratulations, Alex. Ian B. Sinnett will be studying micromedical biology at the University of New Hampshire. For academic achievement with distinction, the winner of the grade 12 Advanced Placement French Prize, she is going to University in Sweden, Elin Blomqvist. Nicholas Bowen will be studying retail management at Ryerson University in Toronto. Charles Campbell is deferring his acceptance to Concordia University to chase the puck. Good luck. Emily Campbell will be studying biochemistry at the University of Vermont. Timothy Carr is the recipient of the Grade 12 Art Prize, and he will be studying fine arts at Alfred University, which Mr. Williams tells me is one of the top fine arts universities in the world. Congratulations, Tim. For academic achievement with great distinction, he will be studying in the foundation year at the University of Toronto, Yiming Chang. He will be studying management at Ryerson University, P.Y. Chung. Olivier Fauché will be headed to Concordia University to study commerce. For academic achievement with great distinction, Shailan Dwan is heading to the London College of Fashion, one of the top design universities, to study fashion marketing, where he will make me a new suit. Karen Davtian will be studying physics at Concordia University. And Christopher Dedian will be studying commerce at Concordia University. Rosalie Demers will be heading to Colgate University to study liberal arts, and I think she was the best forward we had on the team. Congratulations, Rosalie. Daniel Dumas will be studying biology at Concordia University. For academic achievement with great distinction, also headed to Concordia University to study computer science. I call him Joachim. I've heard that name pronounced about 7 different ways. Joachim Etienne. For academic achievement with distinction, she will be studying biology at McGill University. Simonetta Goma. Trevor Grasby will be studying economics at Queen's University. Alexandria Gray will be studying chemistry at the University of Vermont. Iris Huang will be studying commerce at McMaster University, and she graduates with academic achievement and great distinction. For academic achievement with great distinction and the winner of the Grade 12 Economics Prize, he will be studying material engineering at McGill University, Bill Huang. For academic achievement with distinction, you will be studying kinesiology at McGill University, a Stanstead College lifer, Will Huckins. For academic achievement with distinction and the recipient of the Grade 12 Comparative Politics Prize, she will be studying business at Bishop's University, Morgan, Ireland. For academic achievement with great distinction, she will be studying computer science at McGill University, Christine Jin. Charles Laporte will be studying commerce at Concordia University. And William Laporte will be studying electrical engineering at St. Mary's University in Halifax. For academic achievement with great distinction, heading to the University of Waterloo to study architectural engineering, Dixon Lung. For academic achievement with great distinction and the winner of the Grade 12 Philosophy Prize, going to York University in Toronto to study creative industries, Yekaterina Katya Lee. Also heading to York University to study engineering and for academic achievement with distinction, Jo-Wen Coco Lee. He will be heading to Bishop's University to engage in a program that I wish they had when I was graduating called Sports Studies. Alexander Liddell Granger. Another student who is heading to York University is Angie Lorraine Leong Wee Kwong, who will be studying East Asian Studies there. For academic achievement with great distinction and the winner of the Grade 12 Human Geography Prize, she will be studying entrepreneurship at the Hult International Business School, Jessica Lozano Schmidt. For academic achievement with great distinction, he is headed to the Ivy School of Business at the University, what I used to call the University of Western Ontario. It's now Western University, where he will study computer science and business, Guo Yao Ma. She is going to Colgate University to study liberal arts, Charlie Mayo. For academic achievement with distinction, she will be attending the University of Vermont, where she will study mechanical engineering, Maude Poulin-Lebel. Sangeeth Prakash will be studying psychology at the University of Toronto. Ryan Richardson will be going to St. Francis Xavier University in Antigonish, Nova Scotia to study science. Sean Olivier Roy will be going to Concordia University and taking biochemistry. Gilberto Segovia will be studying environmental sciences at Acadia University. For academic achievement with distinction, she will be studying sciences at the University of British Columbia, Sakurako Susaki. For academic achievement with distinction, she will be headed to the University of Toronto in the social science program, Rina Takahashi. For academic achievement with great distinction, he is going to McGill University to study software engineering, a Stanstead College lifer, Wanpo Paul Tang. For academic achievement with distinction and going to Carleton University to study health science, Mr. Van Dyke, you're allowed to get up for this photo. Chloe Van Dyke. For academic achievement with great distinction and the winner of the grade 12 physics prize, she will be studying science at the University of Waterloo, Amy Wu. For academic achievement with great distinction, he will be in the International Business Administration program at Erasmus University in Rotterdam, Maximilian Verster. A little sidebar on our next recipient. When I first met her in Beijing, or in China, I don't think it was Beijing, maybe it was Qingdao, I asked her, what would other students think about you and call you? And she said, troublemaker. She is going to Mount Allison University, where she will study biochemistry. Selena Yang. For academic achievement with great distinction, she will be studying political science at Mount Allison University, Sinyu Helen Yao. For academic achievement with great distinction and the recipient of the grade 12 psychology prize, she is going to McGill University for biological, biomedical, and life sciences, Laura Udo. He will be studying entrepreneurship and emerging enterprise at Syracuse University, Tianhong Mike Zhang. For academic achievement with great distinction, he will be studying economics at the University of Toronto, Aopeng Johnny Zhou. Did I forget anyone? We will move to the special prizes, and our first presenter is Mr. W. John Mackay, an alumnus of Stanstead College and the honorary chairman of our Council of Trustees and Board of Directors. He will present the Donald Hackett Prize for Creativity. This year's winner is Amy Wu. Ms. Nikki Campbell, the head of our English department, will present the next two awards. The first is the Thespian Shield for Acting, which is awarded to Alexander Bim. The second award is the Director's Award in Theatre Arts, and it is presented to Olivier Fauché. The Newport Area Community Orchestra Award is a new award this year. It'll be presented by Mr. Eric Grenier, and it is in recognition of an outstanding musical contribution by a Stanstead College student to the local orchestra, and this year's recipient, the first ever, is Paul Tang. Jen Bauer, you are here. Jen Bauer is an alum of Stanstead College. She was head prefect in my first year as head 13 years ago, and she will present the Sean Kevin Ngudia Music Award for outstanding contributions to music in the school. Sean Ngudia was an alum and a prefect with Jen, and this year's recipient is Dixon Lung. Mr. Ross Murray will present the Yearbook Award. The yearbook will be coming out this fall, and you can thank this year's recipient for much of that, Rina Takahashi. Mr. Blair will present the Technology Prize, which is awarded to Paul Tang. Could I ask Ms. Carmen Campbell and Ms. Audrey Hamilton to come up to present the next series of awards, which are related to public speaking and debating. The Lee Odette Trophy for Senior Public Speaking is awarded to Alexis Bernier. The Kathleen Harper Junior Public Speaking Prize goes to Sage Lovejoy. The John T. Hackett Trophy for Senior Debating is co-awarded to Helen Yao and Alexander Bim. And the E. Harper Junior Debating Trophy is awarded to Andrew Bim. Mr. Blair, if you could present the next award, please. It is the Rotary Club Service Award for service above self in the school community, and this year's award goes to Ryan Richardson. Ms. Campbell, Ms. Carmen Campbell will present the Community Service Award. And this year there are two winners, Amy Wu and Timothy Carr. George, could you present the Everest Award, please? The Everest Award is presented to a grade 11 or grade 12 student who has overcome challenges and shown significant improvement. Congratulations, Ryan Richardson. I'd like to ask Ms. Jane Liu, a parent of a former Stanstead College student and a member of our board of directors, to present the Gordon Usher Jones Memorial Prize, which is awarded to the grade 12 student who has attended Stanstead College for 1 year and who has made an exceptional contribution through involvement in all aspects of school life. And this year's very deserving recipient is Timothy Carr. I am calling on Andrea Schmidt again, and thank you, Andrea, for your remarks again this morning, to present the Raymond Lester Memorial Award. Mr. Lester was a former headmaster at Stanstead College, and this goes to the student judged to have most benefited from being at Stanstead College, and the winner is Daniel Dumont. I'd like to ask Mr. Mike Huckins to come forward to present the Billy Huckins Memorial Award, memory of his brother, for dedication, hard work, achievement, and above all, courage. And this year's recipient is Ellie Son. Mr. Mackay, I'm going to need you again. The Fountain Family Memorial Award is presented to Ryan Young. The Banting Award is given to a returning local student for outstanding academic achievement. Congratulations, Oscar Haas. The Kenneth Reed Memorial Award is presented to a local junior student returning to the school, and this year's winner is Nicola Pocora. The Leonard Magilton Memorial Award goes to a local senior student returning to the school. The winner is Patrick Young. Mr. Thompson, if you could be ready to present the next award, please. The next award is the Ralph V. Mary Award, presented to the top student entering a humanities program, and the winner is Patrick Young. Now you can go back. Mr. Thompson will present the McGill Social Sciences Award to Florence Aubé. Ms. Smith, if you could present the next series of awards, please. The McGill Science Medal Award is presented to Laura Udo. Mr. A.P. Gordon taught science and math at Stanstead College for over 40 years, and the A.P. Gordon Prize for Science is awarded to Emily Willis. The Spofford Trophy for Excellence in Science and Mathematics is awarded to Alexander Bim. And the Arthur E. Curtis Jr. Award goes to the top student entering an engineering program. The winner is Amy Wu. I'd like to call the 4 House Directors forward, please. Ms. Maglie Gagnon, Ms. Emily Norris, Mr. and Mrs. Mike and Kelly Huckins, and Ms. Katie Lowry to present the House Directors Awards. So we will move from youngest to oldest, and we'll start with Bugby House, Junior Boys. The winner of the Bugby House Director Award is Carlos Santoscoy. Ms. Norris will present the Colby House Director Award, which is awarded to Ana Sofia Navarro. So obviously, the House Directors determine who has made the most outstanding contributions within the House to residential life, and Mr. and Mrs. Huckins will present the Davis House Director Award, which this year goes to Trevor Grasby. Ms. Lowry will present the final House Director Award for Webster House, and it is awarded to Amy Wu. Amy, you might have to get a shipping container to get all those awards back to Taipei. Our Director of Athletics, Mr. Eric Van Dyke, will present the next series of awards in the realm of sports and athletics. The first is the Graham Chandler Sportsman of the Year Award. It is named in honor of a former faculty member and presented to the athlete who best exemplifies the attributes of character, integrity, and sportsmanship which Mr. Van Dyke so eloquently espoused at our last athletic assembly. He is a true sportsman and a true gentleman. Quentin Dassault Biatron. The Sheila Ferguson Shield is presented to the Junior Girl Athlete of the Year. The winner is Ana Sofia Navarro. The Sam F. Abbott Memorial Shield is named in memory of a former faculty member, a World War II veteran, a Grey Cup champion, Sam Abbott, and it is awarded to the all-round Junior Boy Athlete of the Year. The winner is Will Huckins. The Shirley Walter Trophy is presented to the all-round Senior Girl Athlete of the Year. She's a multiple MVP in basketball, an MVP in rugby, and one of our co-head prefects, Rina Takahashi. The Thomas Johnson Memorial Trophy, presented to the all-round Senior Boy Athlete of the Year. Captain of the varsity boys hockey team and the undefeated varsity boys rugby team, and as good an athlete as he is, he's an even better person, and boy will we miss him. Congratulations, Trevor Grasby. The Truman McFadgen Award is awarded to the 3 varsity sport athlete, a graduating girl in grade 11 or 12, a Major S recipient, and this person must have the highest overall academic average in their grade, meeting those athletic qualifications. This year's winner is Mackenzie St. Pierre. The Bowman Hall Award, again awarded to a 3 varsity sport athlete, a boy with a major S who has the highest overall academic average while meeting those sport requirements. 2 winners this year, Caleb Goudreau and Will Huckins. I'll ask Natasha Mozdasi from our Math Science Department. And Ms. Mozdasi, we're going to miss you because not only did you coach your 2 sports, you also volunteered to coach track, which you didn't have to do, which is greatly appreciated. But Ms. Mozdasi will present the Faculty Staff Award, which goes to a returning student who is deemed most likely to benefit from returning to Stanstead College and who exemplifies the qualities of health, wisdom, and integrity. The winner is Patrick Young. My pleasure to call on Mr. Peter Ashworth and Sue Ashworth. Mr. Ashworth is a former faculty member, a trustee of the college, a big supporter, affectionately known as PFA, and he always makes sure we have good weather on Baccalaureate Day. Peter and Sue are going to present the Ashworth Scholarship, which is awarded to a deserving local day student who consistently demonstrates effort and excels in some area of activity, and the winner is Charlotte Riddell. Doogie, Mr. Doogie Ross will present the Allen Family Friendship Cup. This prize is presented to a student who has attended Stanstead College for at least 1 year and who has shown exceptional friendship, camaraderie, kindness, and support to all members of the school community across age, gender, language, cultural, and any other boundaries. Big surprise here, the winner is Rina Takahashi. We are on to our final series of awards. Claudia, if you could present the academic by grade highest overall average awards. We'll start with grade 7. The grade 7 academic award for the highest overall average in grade 7 goes to Justin Bouchard. The grade 8 award for the highest overall average. I wonder who this could be. Sinyu Cynthia Zhang. The academic award for the highest overall average in grade 9 is presented to Marianne Picard. The Berks Bronze Medal is presented to the student with the highest overall average in grade 10. The winner is Matthew Campbell. The Governor General's Medal is presented to the student with the highest overall average in grade 11. The winner is Audrey Choi. The Berks Silver Medal is awarded to the student with the highest overall average in grade 12 based on the average of their best 6 courses, and this year's winner is Alexander Bim. You should stay up there. The Headmaster's Award is presented to an active and positive student in the Stanstead College community. Alumnus and staff member Adam Spurk, who heads up our animation program, described this person as, I'm quoting, a constant presence and a dynamic force at all school activities. She's someone who's front and center at events like school dances, talent shows, games, cafe caps, all campus days, and even the school play. He went on to say that she's a great friend of her classmates, and even though she had a demanding schedule that included serving with distinction as a prefect and playing varsity hockey and rugby, she still found the time to make the most of her every minute here. Last year, the girls' hockey team wore shirts that said Stanstead College, Opportunities to Grow. Well, she certainly seized the opportunity and grew, and I am delighted to present the Headmaster's Award to Alexandria Grace Karen Gray. Two more. The Wilder Shield is presented to the junior student who is deemed to have the most positive influence in the junior school. And this young lady is as tough as nails, but at the same time as bright and as happy as the flowers in May. Marianne Picard. The final award is the Pitcher Prize, which is the highest award given at Stanstead College. The faculty and students vote for the student they judge to have exerted the greatest influence for good at Stanstead College. And I'll get it out of the way. I don't think there's any surprise about who this year's recipient is. It's Rina Takahashi. Don't go. Don't go yet, Rina. do it. Well, I kind of blew that because I had a little... As you have seen, Rina has been an incredible contributor in so many areas of school life. A head prefect, an elite athlete, editor of the yearbook, a friend to all. She's someone who always sees the good in others, who's in the moment focusing on the positive and enjoying the enjoyable. I asked my daughter, Susanna, a former teammate of Rina's, to describe her, and she said, Rina is not loud nor flashy. She's just a really, capital, bold, underlined letters. She's just really reliable and a really good person. Mr. Van Dyke, who coached Rina in basketball over the past 4 years, had this to say about her. Quote, Rina is completely immersed in the Stanstead College culture, participating enthusiastically in all activities. But what sets her apart is the ownership that she invests in these activities. She wants every event to be the best that it can be and completely suborns her own desires to make sure that everyone else has the best experience possible in the right way, with the school expectations being followed and the school looking good in the process. And I'm continuing to quote Mr. Van Dyke, there is a constant question at the front of Rina's brain. What can I do now to make things better for someone else or to make the school run smoothly? She's always there to clean up after the dance, cooking 5 nights in a row at Multicultural Week, despite not being Mexican or German or African. She's always picking up the basketballs or the rugby balls, always thinking of and bringing good ideas forward. Mr. Van Dyke likes to ask prospective prefects what they think the hardest part of being a prefect will be. And he said, in my opinion, they never get the right answer. The hardest part, especially for boarders, is to do the right thing all the time. And we all know what the right thing is in any given situation. It's just hard to do all the time. But Rina is what you get when you take that credo to heart, when you evaluate what's right and then do it every time. No excuses, no fanfare, no desire to be thanked. And he finished off the quote by saying, I don't know many people who always put others' needs and the needs of her school before their own, but Rina does. Rina made Stanstead College a better place through her many acts of kindness, big and small, a smile here, a word of encouragement there. And she didn't do these things to get attention, which she's gotten a lot of today, and she didn't do it to promote herself. She did, and she does these things because she truly cares. So, Rina, we're all richer for your exceptional efforts, and congratulations. So thank you to everyone for your time and attention. Thanks for everyone who made this day possible. There's a long list, but I really want to thank Donna Richter and Mary F. Samard, Mr. Wells, Mr. Blair, Ms. Reynolds, everyone else, Mrs. Wolf, who put this together. Before we stand for O Canada, please remember to take your water bottles and other recycling or garbage out of the pews into the bins, which we used to have at the back of the church. And please remember to stay standing until the platform party and the faculty have exited. We will then exit by row from back to front on the signals given by the acting prefects. And please join us for lunch in LeBaron Hall immediately following the conclusion of this service. Thank you, everybody, once again.
Congratulations. I don't know about you. I'm tired.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, great job.